President Donald Trump held up printouts claiming a screenshot image showed killings of white South Africans.
Look, here's burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried.
South Africa, a land of stunning beauty. Tourists flock here. They see Table Mountain. They visit the Kruger Park. They marvel at the coastline. This is one face of the country. It is the face shown to the world. It is bright. It is inviting. It promises adventure and wonder. Many people come. They leave with memories of sunshine and wildlife. But there is another face. This one is often hidden. It is not found in glossy brochures. It lives in the crowded townships. It walks the unlit streets. This face shows the daily struggles. It speaks of hardship. It whispers of dreams deferred. This is the South Africa many locals know. It is a land of stark contrasts. Beauty and pain live side by side. The Rainbow Nation was a promise, a new beginning after apartheid. Hope was high. Many believed in a brighter future. Johannesburg, Cape Town, vibrant cities, economic hubs, but fear is a constant companion here. Crime rates are high, very high. This is not just statistics, it is lived reality. People adapt their lives, they build walls, they install alarms. Security gates are common, guard dogs bark through the night. Every outing requires caution. Daily life is shaped by this threat. Commuting can be dangerous, carjackings are a known risk. Home invasions shatter peace. Walking alone at night is unthinkable for many. Children are taught about dangers early. The psychological toll is immense. Trust erodes. Communities live under a siege mentality. The freedom to move without fear is a luxury. Businesses also suffer. Security costs are a major expense. Armed robberies target shops. This drives up prices. Apartheid officially ended decades ago, marking a significant shift in South Africa's political landscape, but its ghost still haunts South Africa, casting a long shadow over the nation's progress. Nowhere is this clearer than in housing, where the divide is stark and undeniable. The cities are still divided. Wealthy suburbs stand in sharp contrast to sprawling townships. Informal settlements cling to the edges, often overlooked and underfunded. These are legacies of racist spatial planning, a deliberate design to segregate and control. It dictated who could live where, enforcing a rigid racial hierarchy. It created deep physical divisions. Millions live in shacks with tin roofs, lacking basic amenities like running water and proper sanitation. These are not hidden villages, they are vast urban landscapes. Khayelitsha in Cape Town is one such example. Soweto, parts of it in Johannesburg, tells a similar story. Generations have grown up here knowing no other home. The promise of a decent home remains unfulfilled for too many. Overcrowding is common and disease spreads easily in these conditions. Life is a daily struggle for basic dignity, with residents fighting for the essentials. Wealth distribution tells a similar story, highlighting the stark economic divide. The gap between rich and poor is one of the widest in the world, a chasm that seems insurmountable. This gap often follows old racial lines, a lingering effect of apartheid. White South Africans, on average, still hold most of the wealth, a stark reminder of past injustices. Black South Africans face systemic disadvantages, struggling against a legacy of inequality. Economic opportunities are not equal, with the playing field remaining tilted. The playing field remains tilted, favoring those already in positions of privilege. This fuels frustration and resentment, leading to social unrest and calls for change. Corruption is a cancer in South Africa. It eats away at the state, it steals from the poor, it undermines democracy. Tales of state capture shocked the nation. Billions of rands diverted, public funds meant for development. Instead, they lined pockets. Powerful individuals and companies benefited. The trust in leaders eroded significantly. This rot extends to law enforcement. Police officers taking bribes, cases disappearing. Justice becomes a commodity. If you can pay, you might get help. If you cannot, you are often ignored. This breeds cynicism. It makes the fighting crime even harder. How can people trust the police if some are corrupt? The impact on ordinary citizens is severe. Money meant for schools, hospitals and roads vanishes. Service delivery crumbles. Taps run dry. Potholes multiply. Clinics lack medicine. The poorest suffer the most. They rely on public services. When these services fail due to corruption, lives are put at risk. Frustration builds, protests erupt, efforts to fight corruption are ongoing. Section 5. Voices from the townships, echoes of daily life. In Khayelitsha, the wind whips through tin shacks. Sand blows. Life is hard here. Nomsa wakes before dawn. She hopes to find casual work today. Yesterday there was nothing. Her children need food. They need school shoes. The train to the city is crowded. It's often late. She worries about safety, but she must try. Hope is a fragile thing. Saifo lives in Soweto. He is young. He sees the flashy cars. He hears the promises of a better life. But jobs are scarce. Gangs offer an alternative, quick money, a sense of belonging. He resists. He dreams of being a mechanic. He tinkers with old engines. His small shack is his workshop. His grandmother prays for him. She fears for his future. Community spirit is strong in these places. People help each other. Section 6. When the lights go out, power and water woes, load shedding, a term all South Africans know all too well. It means planned electricity blackouts, often without warning. The power utility, Eskom, struggles, aging infrastructure, years of mismanagement. Corruption played its part. The system is failing. Now the country pays the price. Homes plunge into darkness, leaving families in the lurch. Businesses grind to a halt, affecting livelihoods. Traffic lights go out, causing chaos on the roads and increasing the risk of accidents. Life is planned around the blackout schedule. The impact is far-reaching. Students cannot study effectively. Hospitals rely on generators if they have them. Small businesses lose income. Refrigerated food spoils. Productivity drops significantly. The economic cost is enormous. Billions lost. Investor confidence wanes. It's a daily frustration for many, a constant reminder of systemic failure and the need for urgent reform. People use gas stoves, candles, solar lamps to cope with the outages. They adapt. They have to. Communities come together to support each other. Water shortages are another growing crisis, adding to the woes. Cape Town nearly reached day zero a few years ago, a stark warning for the future. The taps almost ran dry. Droughts are more frequent, exacerbating the crisis. Climate change is a factor, making the situation worse. But aging infrastructure is also to blame. Leaking pipes, poor maintenance, the challenges are immense. Section 7. The outsider's fear, xenophobia's bitter stain. South Africa calls itself a rainbow nation. It welcomed the world after apartheid, yet a dark undercurrent exists. Xenophobia, fear and hatred of foreigners, especially those from other African countries. Immigrants come seeking refuge, they come seeking opportunity, they often find hostility instead. They're accused of taking jobs, blamed for crime. Violent outbreaks have occurred, shops owned by foreigners looted and burned, people attacked, killed, displaced. These attacks shame the nation, a country built by migrants, a country that received support from African nations during the struggle against apartheid. Now, some of its citizens turn on their African brothers and sisters. It is a painful contradiction. Politicians sometimes fan the flames. They use populist rhetoric. They scapegoat foreigners for domestic problems. This is dangerous. It diverts attention from real issues, like unemployment. Section 8, Cape Flats, a cycle of drugs and despair. The Cape Flats, a sprawling area outside Cape Town. Apartheid dumped coloured communities here. Far from the city, far from opportunities. Decades later, the legacy endures. Poverty is widespread. Unemployment is high. Hope is often in short supply. This fertile ground breeds social problems. Gang violence is one. Drug addiction is another. Gangs rule many neighborhoods. They offer a perverse sense of order. They provide income. They demand loyalty. Young men, boys even, are drawn in. Few other paths seem open to them. Turf wars erupt. Innocent people are caught in the crossfire. Children witness violence daily. The sound of gunfire is too common. Fear dictates curfews. Drugs are rampant. Tick crystal methamphetamine is a scourge. Mandrax too. Addiction destroys lives. It tears families apart. Section 9. Rural gaps and the people's enduring spirit. Beyond the bustling cities, life in rural South Africa presents different struggles, often unseen and unspoken. Rural South Africa is vast, stretching across endless landscapes, often forgotten by those in urban centres. Here the education system falters badly. Schools lack basic resources. Textbooks are scarce. Classrooms are overcrowded, making learning a daily challenge. Some children walk many kilometres to school, braving harsh weather and unsafe paths. Qualified teachers are hard to attract, and even harder to keep in these remote areas. The future of these children is compromised from the start, limiting their opportunities. Healthcare in rural areas is also in crisis, with facilities struggling to meet basic needs. Clinics often have no medicine, equipment is broken, doctors are few and far between, people travel long distances for medical care, often on foot, hoping for relief. Sometimes it is too late and the consequences are devastating. Pregnant women face risky journeys to give birth. Preventable diseases claim lives, adding to the tragedy. The gap between urban and rural healthcare is a stark injustice, highlighting the disparity. It reflects deep inequalities in resource allocation, a persistent issue. These are just some of the unseen struggles faced daily by rural communities. The dark threads in South Africa's complex fabric, woven through years of neglect. The weight of history is heavy, bearing down on the present. The challenges of the present are immense, demanding resilience and strength. Yet to focus only on the darkness would be wrong. There is light and hope. It would miss a crucial part of the story, the enduring spirit of the people, the resilience of the South African people, their unwavering hope and determination.